Hi. Most dentists see anesthetic needles as commodities. That's because the needles are all very similar and fulfill their essential role. So, what's the principal factor dentists take in account when choosing between different dental needle brands? Probably price. Commodities are price. A company that wakes up on a lucidity moment will understand that the competition for the lowest price is not a long-term self-sustained strategy. The company will realize that the best way to master the anesthetic needles market is create a great product, an entire different product, a human-centered design product, not a historical-centered design product. A product that offers an incredible, unique user experience, a product with high standards of usability, a product that truly gathers all the elements to create a real unique selling proposition. But to create such products, it's not enough to gather just a large group of people, of engineers, of product developers. It's necessary to go further. It's necessary to bring to the team ideas from who actually use it and test the products daily in the battlefield. I'm not referring to professors, to doctors, PhDs, theoreticians, but dentists who work with the clinical procedures daily, who perform dental anesthesia daily, and at the same time are always observing and seeing the limitation, the problems of the existing products. Dentist who is constantly thinking what would be the perfect product, what would be the perfect solution. Actually, it's necessary to go a little further and create a new way to develop products to dentistry, what I call the dentist-centered design products. The process of decommoditization of dental needles will depend on the creation of a totally whole new concept. Before talking about these requirements of an ideal needle, for example, we need to explore the problems that we dentists face with the current needle system for a different point of view. Actually, from a dentist point of view. First problem is anesthetic leakage. Although some companies focus their efforts on creating a hub needle that promotes a more airtight seal, these companies are seeking solutions to problems that do not exist. A more hermetic and more efficient seal does not prevent leakage. The leakage, as shown in Malamed's book, is related to eccentric perforation through the diaphragm of the cartridge. Nothing new. I think that reporting the problem is important, but the more important is to identify the causes of the problem. What we must ask is, but why? Why does the needle penetrate the diaphragm of the cartridge in an eccentric way? That's a smart question. The problem occurs through the association of two facts. Fact number one, the diaphragm is pierced by the needle ending just before the hub touch and screw into the threads of the syringe. And pay attention to a detail. The diameter of the opening in front of the syringe is much larger than the diameter of the needle. In the syringe, we have a hole of 1 millimeter diameter, but the needle has just 0.4 millimeter or less. It is impossible to insert the needle in the way that it perforates the diaphragm of the cartridge totally centrally. There will always be a diagonal direction and the perforation will always be eccentric. Fact number two, the worst thing. Once the diaphragm has been punctured in an oblique way, we perform a rotational motion to turn the hub over the threads of the syringe. This spin movement stretches the diaphragm further and contributes to chance of leakage, contamination. It's possible that some people are being contaminated during local anesthesia by a simple fact. The anesthetic syringe sterilization process may not be effective. This is because the narrow canal which the needle passes through is not easily cleaned. That promotes the deposition of organic matter inside of it and may block the effectiveness of the sterilization process. For example, look to this syringe. It has more than 6 years of use. At first look, it seems clean and ready for sterilization. But when taking a more close look, it's possible to see all the biofilm present inside the needle canal. During the needle insertion, both the lumen and the external surface of the needle carry all those biofilm into the cartridge, which can be injected into the patient's oral tissues. But this picture is just a quiz report. Let's talk about evidence-based science. This work shows us the importance of such problem, and of the 5 syringes evaluated with microscope, all of them were with extensive formation of biofilm, and this gradual buildup of biofilm with continued use would further compromise the ability for sterilization of the syringe. Rapid autoclaving cycles have not been fully effective in killing the hepatitis B virus. Bad usability. As you know, after just a single puncture, the needle's bevel is already damaged, forming a kind of hook which can generate tissue trauma, contributing to postoperative pain, trismus, bleeding, and paresthesia. With that in mind, the question is, why the dentists do not replace the needle more often when they perform multiple punctures on the same patient? The answer is simple: because needle replacement is time and energy consuming and may result in possible problems like needle stick injuries. It's necessary so many steps to find the cover, position the perforator in the right place, recover the needle by bringing the syringe and the needle toward the cover, put pressure to engage the cover, promote many counterclockwise rotational movements, remove all, dispensing the used needle, pick up a new needle, break the seal, locate the small entry. The syringe hole is small. You know, the maneuver requires some kind of skill and attention. Insert the terminal portion of the needle on it. Rotate several times with strong pressure. Is not comfortable up to reach the final threads of the syringe. Several steps for a single needle replacement with an awful and time-consuming customer experience. Anesthetics waste. When the terminal portion of the needle enters the anesthetic cartridge, this projection often touches the final position of the plunger when using it, not allowing the entire anesthetic solution being injected. To quantify these leftovers, a dye was added inside the cartridge and the plunger was lit until mechanical strength was obtained. When aspirating the leftover with assistance with another syringe, a leftover was for 0.05 milliliter. Identification of the bevel. This is very important, and when you are performing the technique to be precise, some manufacturers place imprinted marks on the hub to guide the dentist the right location of the bevel. What happens in practice when you use the system is that many times after the installation of the needles into the syringe, that marks ends in a position in which the cartridge cannot be seen through the syringe. Watching for the dentist to see a direct scene of the cartridge is critical to quick identification of possible intravascular injections. So the dentist need to change the angle of view for a non-ideal position as a way to keep the bevel in the desired position and at the same time observe the cartridge. These are small details, but that I think it's go unnoticed by most. But if all of it is added together, they can make a big difference in the user experience. It's ugly and ordinary. Beauty is fundamental, but design is not beauty, it's functionality. The actual system is overused and obsolete. In short, all needles available on the actual world market have this problem in a greater or lesser degree. But imagine for a moment that could exist a whole new concept, an ideal needle system. A needle that did not leak, a syringe that was incredibly easy to keep cleaned and did not promote biofilm formation, which presents an incredible ease and intuitive usability that eliminates the problem of anesthetic waste and eliminates the problem of identifying the bevel. Wouldn't it be awesome? Yes, it would. But now you can stop wondering. That possibility exists and is real. I've been working on such thing for the past year, and now it can promote a real blue ocean for the company that believes in this possibility. It's with pleasure and satisfaction that I present you a simple and straightforward way to solve all problems and change the current paradigm of anesthetic needle coupling. Let me introduce you the system, patent pending, of internal coupling for dental needle. This system has so many advantages. First, since the opening of the syringe is very large, it is easily cleaned and substantially avoids biofilm formation. During the coupling, the needle ends pierce the diaphragm and remains fully centered, equidistant from the syringe canal walls. This is an immense advantage because the needle bevel does not touch the sides of the syringe canal and does not inject any fragments, any parts of organic matters into the cartridge. During the anesthesia, all the internal space of the syringe is filled by the hub, leaving no empty space for the deposition of organic fluids. To installation, it does not require rotation, requires only a single direction movement for insertion and removal. This creates a very quick, comfort and intuitive connection. The great paradigm that breaks is that the seal is just given by the correct perforation of the diaphragm. No hermetic seal is required at the syringe threads, period. The internal connection always causes a centered perforation on the diaphragm, and since there is no need for rotation, the diaphragm remains intact, prevent leakage. Most surprising is the functional anatomical design hub, which allows for the prompt removal of the needle without the need to recover the needle. The tactile feeling is soft and precise, optimized by the vertical bars along the inferior portion of the hub, which decrease the amount of material for manufacturing and at the same time improve stability in a soft way. There is a perfect integrated design of the syringe with the needle. For the complete installation, we just need 3 movements. Break the seal, insert the hub into the syringe until you feel a click, and remove the cover. Simple is intuitive. Need to remove the needle? Only one step. Pleasantly grab the hub with 2 fingers and remove it. Incredible fast! Did you get it? Let's repeat again. Just keep in mind the traditional system. So many steps. At this internal connection system, just apprehend the hub with 2 fingers and remove. Dentists will love it. For installation, it's not necessary to aim the orifice because the aperture is very wide and can be installed without any thinking. You may be wondering if the needle will not be ejected, expulsed from the syringe during the anesthetic deposition. The answer is simple: never. Let's see why. In the medical field, there are these two types of syringe needle connection, the lever slip and the lever lock. In the lever slip, there is only a frictional contact between the walls. Otherwise, in the lever lock, there is a thread, and the installation is made by turning the needle over the thread. In the lever slip, if the operator exerts too strong pressure on the plunge, the hydrostatic force of the solution may eject the needle. In that situation, the lever lock system has an advantage because it prevents such occurrence. But in dental syringe, it's different. We can have the best of both, the safety of the lever lock system with the versatility of the lever slip system. That's because when pushed the cartridge plunger, all the pressure exerted on the cartridge is buried by the syringe and no force goes on the needle. The solution expels through the needle, but the pressure exerted at the cartridge is held by the syringe. Knowing this and also knowing that hermetic seal is not necessary, it's clear that we do not need threads in the dental syringe. A straight, no rotation insertion method holds stability to the entire system, but can allow a soft rotation to redirect the position of the bevel regardless of the position of the syringe body. The problem of anesthetic wastage can just be minimized by observing a simple fact. The diaphragm of the cartridge is very thin, it's only 1 millimeter thick. Then, why extend so much the terminal portion of the needle into the cartridge? Keep the needle end about 1 to 2 millimeters inside the cartridge is enough. It will allow the safe operation of the aspiration system without restricting the final range of the plunger, avoiding anesthetic waste. In addition, this could reduce the total length of the needle rod, reducing the product's cost. In general, the needles are manufactured to universally attach different brands of syringe, which are not always precise and standardized. This product is different. Syringe and needle were designed to perfect fit and integration. It's like computers where hardware and software are designed to smooth integration and user experience. Disadvantage: dentists need to purchase a new syringe. This is the only disadvantage, which actually could turn in an advantage, because by acquiring the new syringe and enjoying the new system, they will become loyal customers, because no competition sells the compatible needles. And on top of that, the design. Look at this, anatomical, beautiful, unique shape, and on the side view looks like the Eiffel Tower. To summarize, amazing customer experience, fast, easy, intuitive, biologically safer, optimized cleaning and sterilization. I bet that there is a high tendency to become a mandatory standard by sanitary organs. Reduces the chance of leakage, reduces rotation, always centralized diaphragm perforation, decreases anesthetic leftovers, soft rotational freedom. It's now possible to have the bevel marking aligned with the best visualization of the anesthetic cartridge. In addition, it has a unique design, which could perfectly be a candidate to a design awards. The internal connection and its numerous variations are included in the patent application. At the moment, this innovation has not been disclosed, and the company interested in partnership will have a great privilege of creating a real blue ocean for many years. If you are interested in partnership to use and explore these ideas presented here, feel free to contact me. This initial project could be the beginning of a great win-win partnership, and I would like very much to be able to trust in a company so that I can discuss not just this project but others as relevant and innovative as this. Thank you for watching this video. Bye!